Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Man United Talks Champions League review. Wow, that was just a load of poo, wasn't it? It was absolutely not entertaining. No, let me rephrase. It was entertaining, but it was just discouraging. It was better than the weekend, but that's not saying much. It doesn't take much to be better than how we played against West Ham because that was probably the pinnacle of just disgust and laziness and lack of effort. But tonight we came out. We were very aggressive on the break. I mean, the what am I saying? We were aggressive when we lost the ball for the first 15 minutes, which is no surprise. That's usually how things go. And Matic looked very good the first 15 minutes. That was reminiscent of the first Matic we saw against West Ham when we beat them 4-0 at the start of last season. Forgive me while I move my mic. I just think this may be a better position. Let me know what you think. Okay, this isn't great. Okay. Yeah, but Matic was great first 15 minutes, and the pressure was great. Closing down was brilliant. Marcus Rashford doing absolute bits. The whole game, he sat down at 90 minutes because he was running all game, and I was proud of that. But nobody had a terrible game, honestly. Some would say Lukaku had a terrible game because of his lack of movement, and I wouldn't totally disagree with you. But I just think he's fatigued. He needs to be dropped for his own sake. Obviously for the team to succeed as well. But he needs to be refreshed. He's going to keep playing. He's going to play against Newcastle, and then he's going to go into international break and play both games. He needs a break. He needs to rejuvenate and just, take a seat. And we haven't allowed him to do that because Mourinho is so stuck on this system. And I just realized I didn't say this, but if you do enjoy, drop a like and subscribe, comment anything you want to say or whatever you have to suggest or anything like that. Yeah, but let's go through the notes. The biggest thing that stood out for me, or the first thing, was that Alexis Sanchez played on right wing. That's not what I was gonna say, but it took us 9 months. It took Mourinho 9 months to realize Sanchez should be playing on the right wing. Everyone else thought that was what was gonna happen. I mean, it was just ideal. We have Martial and Rashford, who are playing predominantly on the left because we got Lukaku down the middle. Why not play Sanchez outright? I saw a couple people tweeting saying he wasn't great and he was terrible, Sanchez, this and that. To me, it was a much better fit for the team that he played on the right side. He might have to get used to it a little bit more. However, when he plays on the left, he gets a bit more involved and, it looks like he's trying stuff. But playing him on the right side benefits the team a whole lot more than him playing on the left side. Although Rashford did look okay when he was playing on the right when Martial came on. But regardless, you play Sanchez on the right, and then you can interchange Rashford and Martial depending on the form. I think that's just the way it should go. And you saw some of Sanchez's passing on display when there was a chance where Rashford was offside, and then he put Lukaku in a time or two. And I genuinely think his partnership with Delot could I mean, they didn't play together, but I think if Delot plays on the right, that's a dangerous right side to play against with Alexis Sanchez and Diogo Delot. That would be absolutely disgusting. And I hope that Mourinho sees that as a possibility. I think there's a good chance that Delot plays against Newcastle as well. But, it wasn't a great game all in all. The biggest thing for me that really stood out was that all the thirds of the pitch, how you can split the pitch into thirds. You have the offensive end, the defensive end, and then the midfield. All three thirds were disjointed. The midfield was disjointed from the defense, and the midfield was disjointed from the forwards. Not so much a problem with the forwards being disjointed because, you got to allow them to do what they want to do. But the gap between midfield and defense is just, Matic isn't that guy anymore who can mop it up. Although he did look like that for the first 15 minutes. And in fairness, most of the game he did all right. A couple times he just took too long to move the ball, really. And yeah, that was that. Sorry, guys. United just about to put me to sleep. Yeah, but that was my biggest problem. And a lot of times Matic looked isolated. Pogba and Fellaini looked a bit too far up. But I think that's also a mix of not having Herrera. Ander Herrera is a great link between midfield and defense. Between midfield and attack. And even defense, he just is a great go-between. He knows how to he covers so much ground. And same with Andreas. I feel like he could do that. But Andreas would obviously be more of an attacking option than Ander Herrera. Which it still shocks me because when Ander Herrera came here, he was a number 10. And now he's just a box-to-box beast. But yeah, that was probably the biggest fallout. And the reason we didn't really get any link-up play. You watch the likes of Liverpool, City, Madrid, anyone. Our defense, in comparison to those sides I just mentioned, just sits so deep. And maybe it's because we don't want to get caught out. But that's defense. That back line is relatively fast. Eric Bailly is absolutely rapid for a centre half. Smalling is not slow. Luke Shaw is rapid. And Valencia is quick as well. So press up. Contain that area. And then you get, I watched a couple minutes of the City versus... Did they play Brighton? I think it was Brighton. Laporte is near the top of the D. I'm not saying we got to be that insane. But press them. You saw what happened when we applied pressure, but it was just the front six that applied pressure. Matic, Fellaini, Pogba, and then Rashford, Sanchez, and Romelu Lukaku were applying pressure. Send the whole team up there and engulf them with our players and really apply that pressure. Then you'll see a difference. Trust and believe you'll see a difference. And also, they're going to have to be really good at playing a ball. Probably going to get caught out with a lot of offsides by the opposition if we play that way. I think that's something we got to look at. Really got to look at. But that's never been Jose Mourinho's team. Frank de Boer was on Sky Sports for Monday Night Football last night, and he made a good point. He was saying Mourinho's teams are usually, he has the back six, which is a back four, and then the two midfielders sitting in front, which would have been Matic and Ramirez in his heyday at Chelsea. His last heyday, not the first one where it was, Makelele or whosoever. But you got those front six, and then the back six, and then you got the front four of really talented attacking players that usually just do all what they want in the final third. That's usually how Mourinho's team set up, and that's cool. But that's not the way of football right now. You got to evolve, and I know Mourinho is arrogant and naive to think that his style will still be effective. And to an extent, it can be, because eventually, in about 4 or 5 years, when everyone's trying to play the high press and the free-flowing type football that Pep Guardiola's playing, Mourinho, his style will be effective. It will be one of the most popular styles. It'll almost be like Leicester, what they did to the Premier League, because Mourinho does play that low block and then plays counterattack. But it's not effective in this age of football. Second point, after the disjointed thirds, Martial looked decent. I'm so proud. I'm so happy he looks... I wouldn't say he looks like he's enjoying his football, because I don't know that for sure. But he looks like he's got a bit of confidence. And honestly and truthfully, he probably looks like the most dangerous person in our team. Pogba's obviously always dangerous. Rashford looked good tonight as well. But Martial, the confidence, and he doesn't do much. He doesn't have a wide array of things he does. He's usually the same move every time, but he always beats people, and it's good to see. Another thing, please don't let Marcus Rashford take corners. I'm sorry. It's just, he smashes it in. No one gets to them, ever. They either go smashed in at the near post or smashed to the back post and caught by the keeper. There's no middle ground, and they just aren't good. I'm sorry. I do love Marcus Rashford, and I really wish that he could work it out, but it's not happening. He assisted Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw assisted him against West Ham, and he should have had an assist. He put a great ball in, The one corner he took all game, he put a great ball in for Lukaku, who just, I don't know how that's not even on target, but whatever. Yeah, Luke Shaw. I mean, let Sanchez or somebody take corners, but Luke Shaw's delivery looks like it's decent. So give it to him. Why not? Anything else? Another big problem we had was mobility in the midfield. A serious lack of mobility, and that just goes back to Andreas Pereira or Ander Herrera. Fellaini's tried and trusted for Mourinho. That's why he keeps getting into the team, but it's just not as good as Herrera and Pereira. I know Ander Herrera is injured. I know that, so don't get mad. But Ander Herrera, when he's fit, needs to be the starting choice, or first choice. Sorry, if not Andreas Pereira. It just doesn't seem like he has that much faith in Andreas. And I'm happy he's in and around the first team, but excuse me, I definitely thought he would have been involved at least as a sub today. But now that I think about it, Mourinho only made 2 subs anyway, right? Martial. He only made one. He only made 1 sub. Maybe he's just saving them for the weekend. I don't know what his plan is. To be played on Tuesday, dude. We played Tuesday and we got a game on Saturday. You didn't have to save anyone. Anyway, it is what it is. I think I'm out of here for now. Just check out the stats, dude. 11 corners. 11 corners. 11 corners. We didn't score 1 goal. Unbelievable. And you see I gave my man of the match to Smalling. It was a toss-up between Smalling. First half, I definitely thought Matic was going to get the man of the match. I thought for sure I was going to end up giving it to him, but no. Luke Shaw was decent, Rashford was decent, but they were all missing the final product. But I gave it to Chris Smalling because he's been really good recently. Fair play to him. There a couple times in the game he hoofed the ball up the pitch, and I know none of the passes were completed that he tried, but that right there, for one, is going to break the opposition's press, and 2, it just gets the ball. Just move the ball up the pitch quicker. That's just a big difference. Move the ball up the pitch quicker. It's not going to kill anyone. And then maybe you get a flick on or something, But yeah, hey, such is life. 0-0 at the end of the night. On to Newcastle. If you do enjoy, drop a like and subscribe. Also, I want to say again, thanks for 100 subscribers. I got a little something coming out later in the week that I'm happy to post. So look forward to that. It's been your boy Day. It's been Man United Talks. I hope you guys did enjoy. All right. I am